Have you heard about a vision board? Are you curious about what to put on your vision board and how to make one? If you're interested in learning how to make a vision board, stay tuned and I'll show you exactly what you need to make a vision board that actually works. It's a new year, and I know a lot of you are dealing with this new year, new me attitude. So therefore, let's take advantage of that momentum that you have and put it into making a vision board that actually works. I've been doing vision boards for over about 3 years now. And my first vision board was the traditional vision board where you clip from a magazine. My second vision board was a digital vision board, which I found someone on YouTube. I'll link her page too. Today, I will be showing you how to make a digital vision board, and I'll be telling you why I prefer a digital vision board over a traditional vision board. If you haven't seen it already, watch my vision board success story. A card will be popping up top and the link will be in the description below. Indigo, why do I even need a vision board? You need a vision board because it helps you to stay on top of your goals. This is like connecting with the feeling of already accomplishing the things that you want to bring in. It's a constant reminder of your goals. And by looking at it every day, you figure out ways and get into alignment with bringing those things into your physical reality. Even if you think that the goal may be too big or outlandish, you can accomplish these things. Never doubt the universe and know in your heart that you already got it. You already have achieved every single thing on this board. You don't know how it's going to happen, but you trust the universe to bring you into alignment with it. So most important is to align with the feelings that you've already accomplished these goals. You already have these things that you're putting on your vision board. Step 1 is to meditate. Meditation is super important in this whole vision board process because you get to clear your mind and get into real alignment with what your soul desire and write out from your heart space. You're able to write your goals out from your heart space and what's felt. What do you really feel? What do you want to bring in? And you feel it. Okay? So getting into alignment with the feelings of the things that you want. If you want, for example, if you want to be married, you want to get in alignment with having that lifelong partner if you don't have anybody yet. And feelings of, meeting that person that you're going to be with for the rest of your life and walking down the aisle with them and sharing the type of love that you want with that person. And not just, I want to be married, but really get into alignment and hone in on the feelings of what type of marriage do you want? What type of person or partner do you want to bring in? Step number 2 is to now write out your goals. Now that you've aligned with the feelings in these 4 categories, you want to write out your goals under each category. I don't know if you can see what I've written here, but you want to break down into 4 categories the things that you're trying to bring in. This is in love and family, career and finances, health and wellness, leisure and travel. In these 4 categories, after your meditation, you're going to write out a few things that you want to bring in. This can be affirmations, these can be your goals, and this can also be words that help you to get in alignment with those things that you want to bring in. You can do between 3 to 5, but there's no limit of how many goals that you can put on your vision board. I like to limit them so I can really hone in on this year. And then moving forward throughout the year, you can add on goals that probably aren't on your vision board, but you still want to be very specific. You want to write it out and get into alignment with the feelings of accomplishing those goals and having those things and what it would feel like if you already have it. That's important. Step number 3 is to look for pictures. Now for me, I choose a digital vision board, and that's probably one of the best decisions that I've made. It makes things super simple when you're looking for these things and these pictures that align with the feelings that you felt when you wrote out your goals on your paper. For me, looking through magazines takes a longer time, and then you might not find exactly what you're looking for when it comes down to the feelings of the things that are aligning with what you want. For me, looking on Google and Pinterest, I'm able to search for a specific category and look through those pictures and find something that invokes that feeling of what I was aligned with when I wrote out those goals. So for me, digital vision boards is the way to go, but I don't knock a traditional vision board. I've done a traditional vision board before, and it's all up to you. You might be able to get a little bit more creative with a traditional vision board by clipping out and adding some extra words and affirmations and colors and things that you may like for your vision board. So there's options. You can have a digital vision board. You can have a traditional vision board where you clip out from a magazine, or you can print pictures from offline and paste that on your board, or you can have a mobile vision board. There's vision board apps on your phone in your app store that you can download to create a vision board on your phone. So for me, I have my digital vision board, and then I also created a mobile vision board so that I can constantly be reminded, even when I'm not home or if I'm out of the country and traveling, I am reminded of my vision board.
All right, let's make our vision board. The first step you want to do is open a browser and go to canva.com. Select Create a Design, Custom Dimensions, and enter in the dimensions that you want your board to be. For me, I chose 36 by 24 inches. Then I open up another tab. I go to google.com and I begin to search for the pictures that I want to put on my board. The first one I'm looking for is a 2020 to add like in the middle of my board. So search 2020, go to images. You can scroll through until you find one that you like. I like this first one. It's colorful. I go down to, I go to copy image, and then I paste it onto the Canva blank canvas. I don't want the Happy New Year to be on it, so I crop out that part and I make it to the size that I want it. I can make this bigger, smaller as I choose. I'm going to reduce the size of it and then put it in the middle of my board. I'm going to repeat this process for each goal that I have written out in all of the categories that I've mentioned in this video. Next, I'm going over to family. So I'm just going to look for a picture that evokes the feeling of having this family and everything that I aligned with when I wrote out my goals. And these are the pictures that I'm going to put on my board. This process is really simple. You're going to repeat the same thing over and over until you complete your board. So here again, I show you, I click the image, I go to copy image, and then I paste it, click my board, and press Command C and paste it on my board. I crop, and then I align it to where I want it to be. So the next thing you can add to your board is affirmations and quotes. So now I'm looking for affirmation and a quote to put on my board in the love and family area. And I'm going to add quotes throughout the whole entire board, but this is just the first example. So once I've filled up all my board, I have all the images on there. This is what the board looks like. Now I can save this and send it to either Walmart, Office Depot, your local print shop. I like to kind of test out a few different websites to see which one works out to be the most inexpensive, and then I'll send it online, and it's usually available after 24 hours. Yeah, and this is how I make my digital vision board. Once I print it out, I buy a frame that is compatible and I post it on my wall.
After you have completed your vision board, you want to hang it up to be displayed somewhere that you're going to see every single day. For me, I put this in the wall right across from my bed. And when I wake up every morning, I'm able to look at it, I'm able to see it, and it's a constant reminder of my goals. And every time I look at it, I think of the feelings. I feel that feeling of what I felt when I aligned with the feelings of putting these goals on my board. And it's just amazing. It's a great way to constantly remind yourself of your goals and hold yourself accountable of the things you're trying to accomplish this year. Now, if you want to take your vision board to the next level, and this step is completely optional, I like to use the moon cycles, the new moon and the full moon, to really manifest. So every quarter of the year, every 3 months, I grab 3 to 5 things off of my vision board and I focus on those things for this quarter. So for the beginning of the year, from January to the end of March, I'm focusing on 3 to 5 goals from my vision board. And this is a way for me to hold myself accountable and actually focus on those things and work on them. Some things you're not able to hone in and really try to manifest in a certain time period, and that's okay. But the things that you can, for example, for the first quarter of the year in 2019, I focused on passing my NCLEX the first time. I started YouTube, but I wasn't able to be consistent with it because I spent a lot of times doing questions to pass the nursing exam. I also created my sacred space within my home. I decluttered my mind and my heart and really focused on opening up my heart chakra and healing from a previous breakup. I spent a lot of time on self-care and eating healthy, meal prepping. That was my focus. I focused on those things, and then once that quarter was done, I was able to move on because I accomplished those goals. I passed my NCLEX the first time, like I put here on my test. I got to the next quarter, and then it was about me manifesting a job, my first nursing job. First interview that I went on, I got the job. Okay, so I aligned with those feelings of already being in the hospital before I went into my interview. I aligned with the feelings of already passing my NCLEX before I actually sat for the exam. So every 3 months and breaking it down quarterly really gets you to focus on a few things and not being overwhelmed with everything on the board and thinking about how you're going to do it and when you're going to do it. Even though I used the moon cycles to manifest during that time, I wasn't so hung up on what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? I have to create. Some of the things rolled over. Some of the things I accomplished in those 3 months. But at the end of the day, I put some focus on it and I actually got into alignment and allowed God to work in my life. I use the moon cycles because the moon cycles is a great way for you to plant your intentions into the universe and it to really transform over the next from the new moon to the full moon and over the next 3 months and during that quarter. So it was a great way for me to hold myself accountable, and I challenge you to do that as well. Hold yourself accountable for the goals that you put on this board. Hold yourself accountable for the things that you want to achieve and accomplish. Let's do that together. Let's hold each other accountable for our goals and the things that we set out to do. A lot of times we start off the New Year's with resolutions and we don't continue on with it past a month, past a couple of weeks. We fall back into old habits that are hard to break. Yes, it's hard. Yes, this journey is hard, but you can do it. Don't give up. Push through, and I'll be here with you along this journey. I pushed through, and let me tell you something. I used to be a procrastinator. Really, really, really bad. I used to be late all the time. I used to be lazy. I used to, trust me, I used to be horrible. I wouldn't say horrible, but I had these bad habits that were hard to break, and I wasn't content with them. I wasn't happy in my heart. So I made these choices to constantly work on myself, to break certain habits that I knew wasn't for my highest good, to relearn things that I was taught that I knew wasn't right for me, that I had questions about. And I'm holding you accountable with this channel. With this year, 2020 is a new decade. Let's do what we set out to do in the beginning of the year. Let's push through all of the hard times and all of those habits that are holding us back from being our truest, fullest potential. Now is the time. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I challenge you to hold yourself accountable for the things that you place on your vision board. Make sure you get that done as soon as possible so you can really hone in on those feelings of manifesting the life that you want and the things that you really want to bring into your life. Until next week, remember, change starts in your mind. You change your mind and you change your whole life. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching.